So today is my first full day in Portland. Last night I ended up going to bed at around 11 and kind of stayed up on my phone researching what to do today. Probably didn't go to sleep till about midnight. And good morning. And slept really well. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I was utterly exhausted, but I slept really well. This morning got up and got ready, rearranged my luggage because when I got in last night, my dorm mate was already asleep, so I had to carry everything into the bathroom and make my mess in there, and so this morning I wanted to fix all of that. But that is the life of living in a hostel. Today I am going to be going to the Japanese Gardens that is in the park. It's a huge park. There's no way I'm going to be able to walk all over that park. I did have breakfast. I had breakfast at the hostel cafe. It was really, really good, reasonably priced. I was very surprised with that one. They do offer like a free drink in the morning, like a free coffee or a free juice, and a free bagel if you are staying in the hostel. But I wanted a full meal because I know I'm going to be burning a lot of calories doing all this walking. So they applied my credit for my drink and everything to my meal. So that was nice. But yeah, we're going to go to the Japanese Gardens and maybe try to explore a little bit more of the park. We'll see. It depends on how tired I am. It's a 30-minute walk just to get there. But we'll see what that looks like. So I am back at my hostel now. The time is almost 4 o'clock, and today has been an adventure. I went to the Washington Park and went to the International Rose Test Garden. I think that's what it's called. It was beautiful. There's every color of rose that you could possibly imagine, and from there I went to the Japanese Gardens, which was also pretty cool. Very peaceful, a lot of people out. And where did I go from there? I just started walking from there. I was like, I have no agenda. I'm just going to walk and see where I end up. I stopped in a grocery store along the way. I was on a mission to get some alcohol for the rest of my trip. And so I stopped at what is it called? Fred Meyer's, I think, is the grocery store here. And they had rows and rows and rows of beer and wine, but I didn't see alcohol, like actual liquor. And so I asked one of the people that worked there, and they said that in the state of Oregon, apparently they cannot sell liquor in grocery stores. Little tip for you there. So I Googled a liquor store near me and realized that the closest one was about 12 to 15 blocks away. So I started walking, and it's warm today. It's in the 70s. I mean, it's a pretty day. There's occasional cloud cover, makes it a little cooler, but still, when you're walking and there's that many hills and you're going that far, it wears you out. But I found the liquor store. I have it on my phone. I wrote it down because I knew I would forget it, of course. Where's it at? It is called the 10th Avenue Liquor Store. I got there, and the staff there is so friendly. They have a huge selection. So if you need a liquor store when you're in Portland, I highly, 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 highly recommend the 10th Avenue Liquor Store. And I want to give a huge shout out to Troy, who I believe is the owner of the liquor store. The other guy working there, just friendly, got to talking to me, and I said, yeah, I'm needing, a small bottle of alcohol to take with me on my trip. And he, of course, asked, where are you going? And I said, well, I'm gonna end up in Chicago. And he's like, oh, Troy is from Chicago. And so Troy came over, and we talked for probably 30 minutes. And he gave me all these recommendations of places to eat, things to do, go see in Chicago. Just the most awesome guy. So I want to give a huge shout out to Troy at the 10th Avenue Liquor Store. He even got on his phone and called his friends or family members, whoever they were, in Chicago, because there were some places he couldn't remember the exact name of, and was like, hey, where's that place we go hang out at, or that place that has the good, food, and they were like, oh yeah, it's this location. So I have on my phone a list of things to do, places to eat, just everything Chicago. So I'm set for Chicago because of Troy. From there, I just kept walking. No agenda. I tried to keep to the streets that looked busy, because that meant that there was things to look at. Stores and restaurants and stuff, versus a street where it's more industrial and there's nothing to look at. So I just kept walking, and then I ended up going where I had to put all this on my phone, so I'm having to look at my phone. They kind of call it the square, like the courthouse square. Really cool place. Got to just rest for a little bit because there's table and chairs there. There's some of those Adirondack chairs, which after walking was very comfortable. I struggled to get out of the chair once I got to moving again. They had food trucks. Grabbed some food there. Then I went to the TriMet right there, which TriMet is the public transportation here, the trains and buses and whatnot, and I wanted to get a TriMet card because I want to collect all of the public transit cards in all the various cities that I go to. And I have one for LA. I have the TAP card in LA because I used to live in LA. And now I have the TriMet card for Portland, Oregon. And then when I get to Chicago, I'm going to take public transit there a lot. And so I'll get whatever the name of their card is at Chicago. Then I decided to kind of make my way back to the hostel because I knew it was going to be a trek to get back, because I managed to wander way away from the hostel. On the way, saw some really cool like art sculptures, various stores. I tried not to go in too many stores because of course my luggage is packed beyond all recognition, and I don't want to have to do a checked bag at the airport, so I'm trying not to buy things. But Portland is a very friendly place, very open place. They have a motto here, keep Portland weird. There's a reason for that. It is weird. it is weird here. Um, Everyone is very open and friendly and no judgment. I don't get any vibe of judgment from people here. There's people from all races, all walks of life, different countries, different sexuality orientation, just everyone. And it's, the people here are eccentric. It's an eclectic mix of people, but everyone is very friendly. As I'm walking around, I felt safe. I have yet to feel unsafe since I've been here. And that's saying a lot for me being a woman out in a city alone, obviously alone, and obviously a tourist because I have my small backpack with my GoPro and I'm out taking pictures, and like I reek of tourist, and I feel completely safe here. But yeah, I mean, Portland is a great city. It's beautiful, a lot of greenery, a lot of architecture. The architecture here is really cool. And then, yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful city. I highly recommend visiting Portland. The food, everything I've ate here so far is so good. It's very over the top good and great prices. You know, a lot of times when you go to a big city, the prices are just ridiculous and then you barely get any food. The places I've ate so far is right the opposite of that. It's so much food I can't eat it all, or I don't want to eat anymore. At 6 o'clock, the hostel here has an event. Every night they have an event and it changes up. They have live music, they have games and stuff, and tonight they're doing music bingo from 6 to 8, and you get your bingo card, and then it has different artists on the card, and they'll play a song, and if the song they are playing, if the artist is on your card, you get to mark off the spot until you bingo. So that's gonna be fun. I've never done that before, and hopefully it'll be a good turnout. I imagine it will be, because the turnout just last night for the musicians and just people in the common areas, there were a lot of people out, and good vibe. Now that I'm back in here, my dorm mate is not in here right now. However, I noticed that on one of the other beds is a bag of stuff, and that's kind of between either you mess up the bed and make it look like someone's been sleeping in it, or you put your stuff on the bed. That's kind of a way to claim your bed. But I noticed that someone has claimed another bed, and then this particular hostel has little clear plastic things on the sides of the bed, and they give you a card with your last name wrote on it and then your room number, and you slide your card into the slot and kind of claim your bed. So looks like tonight there's going to be another person in here, and that will be interesting. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna relax here in the hostel for a little bit because I've been walking all day. I might take a nap, but I'm afraid it may mess up my sleep tonight. But today has been a good day. Tomorrow I have until about 4 o'clock again free. I'm probably going to check out a restaurant. There's 2 options for restaurants for breakfast that I've kind of narrowed it down to. So I will probably grab some breakfast and then explore a little bit more and check out and then head to the train. So we'll see how tonight goes with the bingo, and then tomorrow, and then it'll be bye-bye Portland.